Hello! I know there is already a plenty of allotment videos out there, so I have no idea if anyone is interested in this channel, but I'm just so excited. I did not appreciate that getting an allotment will get me so excited into gardening, but God, like it's literally taken over my life. So let's start at the beginning. So I got my allotment earlier this year, in middle of July basically, and I got a call saying that allotment is available for me to come and have a look. So I did, and I liked it, and it looked like in a very good condition as well, so I thought, oh, yeah, I'll take it. I'm finally gonna be able to do my own gardening. So yeah, everything looked amazing and promising, but as I take you on a little tour of my plot, you'll finally see why I got the call and why no one in the last 2 years before me was able to keep the allotment going, because there is a lot of hidden problems with the plot. But I'm just going to take you on a little journey at the minute to see what the allotment looks like now. Obviously I haven't been able to grow very much this year because I got it in the middle of summer, so literally the only thing I was able to grow was a bit of salads and anything that I could plant in late summer basically, and I've got a bit of kale going over there as well, but that's about it. So I've just been really focusing on preparing my soil and the whole plot for next year's planting and learning as much as I can in those last few months. So yeah, let's come for a little tour. So my plot actually used to be giant, but now a few years ago, when the previous tenant let it go, it was split into two halves, so kind of like the path is separating my half and the other people's half. And these raised beds are really what sold me on the allotment, because I always wanted to have raised beds in my garden. So I thought, oh, this is exciting. And there was already stuff planted in there as well. Someone planted beetroots. I love beetroot. So yeah, this is the first thing I saw. I was like, excellent, taking it. And I think every other gardener before me, because this is like a long slope, started on here. But as they gradually progressed further down, they realized the problems with the plot. But this thing is excellent. Okay, now we're approaching the midsection area of my allotment. This is where I call the fields, and you probably can't see the fields right now because I have laid these paths with wood chip, which I have collected for free from someone off Facebook Marketplace, but I've also just covered my beds with mulch of leaves because there was a lot of green manure growing over the summer. But I cut it down, dug it into the soil so it fertilizes it, and then I covered it with mulch. And actually these beds now have some garlic planted in them as well, and the middle one is flowers and it's got some spring bulbs, so hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's gonna come out good. My allotment goal is having really a lot of flowers in here. Initially I thought I'll just do flowers because I really always wanted a cutting garden, but somehow I have since planned to grow almost every single vegetable imaginable. So I bought a lot of seeds. I know people say you shouldn't get carried away, you should just plant a few things and see how they go, but I did get carried away, and I have loads and lots of different seeds and lots of plans what to plant for next year. And I actually don't know even if I have enough space. The allotment is massive, but I'm starting to think I've literally like overshoot how much I'm going to plant. So when I first got it, these cold frames didn't have any lids, and they were just frames, and the lids were broken and blown away over the years. So I actually built these lids myself, and I'm really proud because this was the first time I was using a drill. But at the minute I still got some protected harvest over there, so I'm still growing the last few bits, even though it's the end of November. Today is the last day of November. I still got some salads going in there. I'm feeling pretty smug about these lids because this was kind of my first big DIY project, but I told myself that if I manage this, then next project will be the polytunnel right in front of me, and this project will be one hell of a beast because I don't even have a ladder, so I don't know how I'm gonna get up there. So this was all kind of lovely parts of the allotment, which were not much trouble at all to maintain and put plants in and restore the soil. But now we're getting into the area of allotment, which is a serious problematic area. And it's because once upon a time there used to be a greenhouse, and I don't know how many years ago, but the greenhouse must have collapsed at some point, and probably the tenants that were in didn't have a car or just didn't have the means to put the rubbish away. So all the parts of the greenhouse ended up being sprinkled all over the back of the allotment, and the panes of glass, as you can imagine, over the years they just broke, and it seems that it's just like broke into millions of pieces. Then some soil got put over, more glass than was put on the top, more glass broke. So basically in the ground there's layers and layers and layers of glass. Also the glass is mixed in with some plastic bits. I think people already put some plastic sheets or accidentally buried plastic pots they were using. So basically I've been combing through the soil inch by inch, removing the top layer of the soil, then digging up the bottom layer of the soil, finding more glass and more plastics. I feel like an archaeologist sometimes and just uncovering the history of this allotment, but it's been a real faff, and it's going to take me a lot more time than I thought it will to get this cleaned up, but then I'll just feel so good about it, so all good. And this pile of rubbish behind me is another problem, along all of the brambles and weeds over there. But you know what? That is a problem for spring, Adela. It's officially December now, and I did manage to put almost all of my beds to sleep under the blanket of leaves by now, so I'm really pleased. But there's just 2 more beds that I still need to do, which is probably on my agenda today. So today we are planting Persian buttercups, which are these little corms that I've soaked overnight, and I have read online that you can plant them up until early winter, which I hope is the case. I'm not really sure, I'm not an experienced gardener, but people seem to believe that early December is fine, so I'm gonna plant them now and with these little roots down, and come spring they should come as these beautiful gorgeous orange vibrant flowers. They look a little bit like roses, and I've always loved them in a vase, so I really wanted to put them in my cutting garden. So that's the last winter job done, and now I can focus solely on cleaning up the mess at the bottom of my allotment. So the light has pretty much disappeared on me, so we are going to have to come back to it another day. It's just unfortunately the way it is in December. Time to go. It's getting dark.